Hi guys, welcome. So I've got a beautiful recipe for you today. This recipe is absolutely delicious. It's super healthy, really good for gut health, and it's really pretty too. So the recipe that we're making is beetroot tzatziki dip. So this tzatziki dip is really versatile. You can use it as a dip. You can dip cut vegetables into it, little cheese sticks. You can dip roast chicken, cold roast chicken into it. Goes great on roast veggies. And I always add it to what I call nourish bowls. So just bowls full of really delicious, nutritious foods. So this dip is really versatile. It's also gorgeous. So the pink color that this dip goes, so it's due to the pigment in the beetroot, it goes a beautiful pink color. So it's great to take to like little gatherings and parties. It looks really beautiful. And it actually goes, the pink color goes deeper and deeper over the next few days. You can leave it in the fridge for a few days and yeah, the color goes a lot deeper. So it's a really gorgeous dip and it's really nutrient dense. So in this dip, we'll be using Greek yogurt. So Greek yogurt is great for gut health. So it's going to bring some really good bacteria into your gut. And as we know, gut health is really important. We're also using beetroot in this recipe. So beetroot is really nutrient dense, but one of the best things about beetroot, it actually relaxes blood vessels. So this actually helps with blood flow to the brain, which is really an amazing quality of beetroot. So we're also using raw garlic in this recipe. Raw garlic is amazing, antibacterial, antifungal. So it's great for gut health, especially if you've got symptoms of SIBO. So that's like bloating, especially if you're sort of bloating like up the top of the belly. That can be a symptom of SIBO, and garlic is really good for that. Garlic's really good for, it's got so many health benefits, but sometimes you'll hear people say things like, oh, it can help to get rid of pneumonia, and you sort of think, how is something that I'm eating that's going into my gut going to help something with the lungs? But what's amazing with what we eat is that a lot of the compounds, when we eat them, they can actually go through the gut wall and they go into the bloodstream. And once they're in the bloodstream, they're actually going to bathe your organs, your tissues, and your cells. And garlic in particular, it gets excreted from the lungs, so we breathe it out. That's what causes garlic breath. But even if you were to inject garlic into your blood, it would still be excreted. You'd still get garlic breath. It'd still be excreted through the lungs. So what's amazing about that is because it has antibacterial qualities, if you've got something going on in the lungs, a cold or a flu or pneumonia, the reason that they say garlic can help is because as it's being excreted out of the lungs, if there's bacteria in there, it might be able to kill it along the way. So garlic is amazing. Lots of raw garlic for good health. What else we got? We have lemon in this. So lemon's really high in vitamin C. Vitamin C is amazing for a lot of things, but in particular, it can really help you to absorb other vitamins and minerals like iron. We're going to be using cucumbers. So cucumbers aren't like that nutrient dense, but it gives a nice crunch to the dip. It's got a high water content, so it can help to keep you hydrated, although we will be squeezing the water out of the cucumbers. Is that all? Oh, you can also put dill in it, a really nice herb, but I don't have any. So anyway, let's get started. So this recipe is super easy to make. First thing we're gonna do is just peel our beetroot. Oh, first, actually, apron, because beetroot's gonna stain everything it touches. This apron's so cute. My daughter just got home from the market and was like, oh, I just bought you a gift. And it was this adorable little apron with little bees on it. Isn't that cute? Anyway, okay, so peel your beetroot, cut the top off. Then you're just gonna grate your beetroot. So once that's beautifully grated, we're just gonna pop that to the side. Then you're going to grate your cucumbers. So you'd usually use about half an English cucumber. I got these little mini cucumbers just because they're organic. You can kind of use whatever you want. There is different levels of water in cucumbers. So some have heaps more water than others, but we're gonna squeeze some of the water out anyway. Grate your cucumbers. So once you've grated your cucumber, we're actually going to squeeze the water out of it. So there's a couple of ways to do it. I just am going to use a strainer and a bowl. This is a tiny strainer. You can use obviously like a normal size, like mesh strainer. You can also use cheesecloth if you've got it, but most people don't have cheesecloth in the kitchen. But most people do have a strainer. So we're just gonna pop the cucumber into the strainer. Just press on it and you'll see water coming out. So if the cucumber is really watery, the dip can go a little bit more watery. Yeah, it just sort of depends what texture you're going for, but it'll make like a thicker tzatziki dip if there's not too much water in the cucumber. Once you've squeezed out a bit of the water, you can just pop that to the side as well. Then grab your bowl, add in 1 cup of yogurt. Yogurt's amazing for gut health. Add in 2 cloves of garlic. You can use more garlic if you want. I'm gonna use a little garlic press for mine. If you haven't got a garlic press, you can grate it in. Or you can also use like the back of a spoon and just like press down on it, maybe give it a little bit of a chop with a sharp knife. Ooh, in she goes, so good for you, garlic. Next is a tablespoon of lemon. And then 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Olive oil is amazing for vitamin E. So it's got high levels of vitamin E, which is really good for your skin. So plenty of olive oil. And then we're just going to grab our cucumber, place it in, beetroot, in she goes. Give it a good stir, mix it all through, and it's gonna start to go the most gorgeous pink color. So you can see that it's like a nice pale pink color. Oh my gosh, so pretty. That, as it stays in the fridge for the next few days, will go like a deeper pink. So all you're gonna do once it's made is to pop it into an airtight container, and it'll keep in the fridge for 3 to 5 days if you've used a freshly opened yogurt. So great ways to have these dips are to cut up veggies, carrot sticks, cucumber, cheese sticks is really nice, tomato is really nice. Put some salt on your tomato and your cucumber, dip it in the dip, it tastes amazing. Roast chicken is beautiful with this, cold roast chicken, if you roast chicken and keep it in the fridge for a few days. The chicken with this is a beautiful meal that's really high in protein. What else? And like a nourish bowl is really, really beautiful. So just like a big bowl that's almost like a salad, just with heaps of really healthy ingredients in it, and then this dolloped on top, tastes amazing. I really hope you love this recipe. I'll make sure that the recipe card goes onto my website, and wherever you're watching this, there'll be a recipe card somewhere around. If you're on Instagram, you'll probably swipe. If you're on YouTube, there'll be like a link below, probably to the blog post on my website that has this recipe in it. If you do try it, let me know what you think. And I will see you again soon for more recipes.